Hi Capricorn, welcome in a monthly reading for the month of September. If you are a Capricorn Sun Rising, then welcome to watch this video, and I guess we can get started. So, the first card you got, Capricorn, for the month of September is the Knight of Cups. Okay, so it's you basically like looking for your kind of truth. I mean, like for a passion or something that kind of keeps you going, like this kind of guidance in life, like what makes you kind of, have this fire inside of you that keeps you like, excited about the life, like you're just looking for something. It might be like in the love, in the passion, hobby, whatever it might be, really, even career, in whatever way it might mean to you. Just something, something that keeps you have this passion for life, and you are going to kind of look for it, or you'll be guided by this in the month of September, Capricorn. So the next card is the Five of Swords reversed. Okay. Also, you might be kind of sensitive, and you might be kind of guided by this also sensitivity. You might be guided by feelings in the somehow impulsive ways in the month of September. And because you'll be kind of like sensitive, you might be also really like pessimistic about stuff. Maybe you'll be not quite sure about the direction you want to take maybe you are not so sure about the direction you're taking based on your passions and feelings, but there's also a lot of like undecisiveness and kind of like being sad about something not coming to the end, something not like you failing something. But I kind of don't get right now why. We'll get to that in a minute, and excuse the noises. The next card is the Sun, so that's good. And so this Sun, I kind of get a feeling like the Sun is there because you are kind of guided, as I said in the September, by your passions. But there's something on the way with this Five of Swords that's kind of in between your passions and happiness, but we'll get into that. So now maybe I don't get the situation fully, so we'll get first of all to kind of in-depth informations. So yeah, this time the Sun reversed. So there's like some kind of separation, maybe in friendship or whatever. Just some kind of separation, like with some unhappiness, but we have also Sun unreversed, so that's interesting. And the next card is the Four of Cups, so kind of boredom. So on the one way you kind of are guided by your passion, but on the other way you are bored of something. And also there's Sun, but also separation, so that's interesting. I still don't get the situation fully. So let's get to some oracle cards. And you have centering, if I say this right. Yeah, just focusing on something. Yeah, you're basically like focus on this cup, and you are guided by this cup, but there's something that is keeping you bored or sad or disappointed and in misery, kind of some kind of separation, maybe because you are kind of separated from this passion in some way. Something is maybe keeping you separated. Maybe you are kind of going in the directions of your passion. That's why maybe that is kind of hurting you. Maybe that's why what is keeping you bored, because maybe you don't have the courage to kind of go in the directions of your passion. So right now you are focus on your goal, focus on your passion, but you are kind of separated from them. And on the way, there's like this misery, there is this failure and boredom in the way of this kind of happiness. So that's kind of like interesting. Like, so the energy overall for the September Capricorn is the spirituality. So maybe you are not really guided by your higher self in the month of September. Maybe you are mostly guided by your ego. Maybe. Or maybe you are guided by spirituality, but just something is on the way. I don't get the situation. Let's pull out the clarification card. Okay, which is the Knight of Cups again. So it's you kind of going for your dreams, you kind of having ambition, you are kind of going for your passions, you are like focused and you are guided by them in the month of September. But maybe you don't know if that is really what will make you happy at the end. Those passions, maybe you don't know if you should be guided by them. You are trying to kind of focus yourself on something that will really have a point, kind of. But you are still in the September focused on those passions. You don't know if only that's a good idea. Or maybe something is kind of in your way of kind of being focused on those passions fully. Maybe you want those passions to be something more than just passions. Maybe you want this to be career, or maybe you want just a romance to be a relationship or something like that. But there's just some conflict, because either you don't have the possibility to make this passion a living, or you don't have the possibility to make this romance or friendship even a relationship. So that is what's making you happy. Or maybe you're just losing the opportunity because of your ego. Maybe because you are not listening to your intuition and you're just now wasting the opportunity, because maybe you don't see the potential in this. But let's get definitely some clarification on that, Capricorn. So what's the clarification for September for Capricorn? What's the clarification for all of... Okay. So we have the Star reversed, and we got the King of Swords reversed, okay? Okay, so there's like this feeling of you being kind of closed-minded, you kind of not being able to listen to something, to your intuition in this case, probably. You kind of not, maybe, as I said, you are maybe not following you are not seeing maybe, or you don't want to see the potential in this passion, to whatever this passion might be related to. So it's you, right, like being kind of closed-minded, you kind of, as I said, not seeing something as it is really. You're just like filtering this by your beliefs. It's just like you would not have any like hopes towards this, any faith towards it. And excuse my brother, it's like you completely don't see the point, or as I said, you don't have the faith in that at all. So you keep going, but you don't know where is it exactly going. As I said, something is on the way, something is stopping you, and in this way it might be your kind of lack of faith, lack of kind of you, or maybe even your fear of failure, fear of disappointment, just you kind of throwing away this possibility, this opportunity you might use just because you don't believe in it, just because you are separated from the pure idea of it, or because maybe you don't have the right values in life. You are not, as I said, being guided by right things. You are guided by your ego instead of your intuition. But your intuition is telling you everything. You just don't want to see it. You are kind of like too focused on the idea of normal world. Like, for example, like your hobby can't be your job. Like, no way this can be your job. Like, that's the way you're thinking. But maybe you don't see the reality as it is, but maybe you are kind of filtering this by stereotypes and by beliefs that society kind of made in you. You are focused too much on material side of the world, like what is normal, what's not, what's possible, what's not, etc. You are not too much focused on the spiritual side, but I see like you'll be trying, you will have the urge to kind of be focused on spiritual side in the month of September. But there will be a lot of blockages about this. It seems like on one side you want this, on the other side you're just too blocked by beliefs you have, the wrong, unhealthy beliefs. And we have the moon. Yeah, you just have to like see the situation as it is, like clearly, like look objectively. You are now like lost in your life, maybe in some way. You don't see like the point in doing that because you are too much into the material kind of world. You're too kind of separated from actually spiritual side. You are not kind of like, you know, using the opportunities in your life in the right way. And you have the Emperor reverse. So that tells me a lot about you kind of not having really the, on the one side you want to go for your dreams and you have this ambition, but on the other side, no, you don't have them. You get just like lost, as I said, in the details, and you have to like look more objectively on the world around you. You get lost in the idea of normal life or whatever, or on being normal and what it means. No one is normal, no one. And that's not an excuse for not using the opportunity, right? Because I see like also you might be right now like bored with your life, like literally bored with your life. Because you are separated from your spiritual side. You are too deep into this normal life, and that is making you kind of, you know, miserable, kind of like a failure, because you kind of, on the one side, you kind of see like you are losing the opportunity to go for your passions or just listen to your intuition on something. Okay, so now we'll get to the advice card for you, and it is be positive. So you have to like be more positive about this, like have more faith in this. You know, maybe you are actually doing something that in the way of pursuing going for your dreams, for your passions, kind of. But deep inside you kind of have these doubts and you don't have faith that it might actually work out, and you actually fear this failure, and that is what is keeping you away from this happiness and being positive about this, and kind of gaining happiness from the journey by itself. Because maybe you are too focused also maybe on money. Like maybe you think like, okay, I can't make my hobby a job because it might be hard at the beginning and I have to pay for my bills, etc. But well, it's not the way of living you should live. Bye. So I guess that's it. So if the video resonated, let me know down below in the comments. I would really appreciate this. If you like the video, leave a like, and if you want to see my face 3 times a month, then leave a like. And I guess that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and have a nice month. Bye bye.